There are public transit options in the city of Detroit, but without a truly regional transit system in Southeast Michigan, commuting can be quite a challenge. Our next segment will show you how.
Yeah, hi there, my name's Sean, and today I'm going to navigate the two bus services that service Southeast Michigan. And our journey is going to start out here in Southwest Detroit, right in front of my house, actually. And we're going to take a bus from here to my parents' home in Livonia. And so, first off, we'll be starting off by getting on the 27 bus, the eastbound 27 bus at West Grand Boulevard. We're going to take that downtown. From there, we're going to head out to the suburbs. Here I am on the 27 bus, which is surprisingly full for the middle of an afternoon on a weekday. It is now 3:27. That took 10 minutes for the 27 bus to get us downtown Detroit. Using Google Transit, I'm now going to try to find the Smart Bus, which has some pickup here in downtown Detroit, and make my way out to Farmington. I'm currently walking around downtown looking for where I'm supposed to get the next bus. There's clearly no bus shelters, and there's certainly no signage that tells me what buses are going to the stop and where they're going, which is certainly something that could be improved upon if I were to make a suggestion. This here appears to be the bus stop for the Smart Bus, the 805. Again, there's no signage and there's certainly no shelter of any sort. There's no map to tell you where you're going. So unless you have access to internet or you have some vague idea like where you want to go, it'd be pretty hard to navigate the system. Fearing I was in the wrong spot, I went back to the Rosa Parks Transit Center to get directions to make sure I was catching the bus in the right place. There I found there was actually no information about the Smart Bus system, no maps, no schedules, anything. I was directed towards a phone number which was not working, and I was also had my smartphone and tried to go on the Smart website, which was down. I was then told to walk 4 blocks over to the Smart headquarters at the Buell building to find information. Here at the Buell building, I found a very helpful Smart kiosk full of information about the Smart system, but much like Rosa Parks, it didn't have any information about the other transportation system in the region. I eventually found myself at the shelter for the 805 bus, which took me to Farmington. Much like other stops in the downtown, this had no signage as for which bus was coming and where the buses were going. The 805 bus was full of commuters traveling from downtown to Farmington. It was very pleasant, and most people seemed to actually know each other from their daily commutes. It is now 5 o'clock. The 805 bus just dropped me off in downtown Farmington, Michigan, and I've got to connect on the 385, which was going to take me down to Livonia. Well, we're now at the end of the line. I just got dropped off by the 385 bus here at 8 Mile. The reason this is the end of the line is because Livonia opted out of the Smart Bus system. There is a transit system in Livonia, but it's only for seniors and disabled, and you have to call in advance to set up a ride, which isn't convenient for someone who's able-bodied and chooses not to drive a car. Or it's really not convenient for somebody who wants to work in Livonia at one of the many employers who doesn't have access to a car. I then started walking the final 3 miles to my parents' house. After a short distance, I got tired and worn out and decided to call them. This was too pathetic to be documented. All in all, my trip took me just over 2 hours and 3 bus trips to get from my home in Southwest Detroit to the Farmington-Livonia border at 8 Mile. I have to say it was a pleasurable experience with buses running on time and buses being primarily full. The one disappointment I'd have to say, or disappointment, was my inability to get to my final destination, or at least close to, via transit, and the poor communication in terms of advertising routes between Smart and CEDAM.